Yeah. Well, now that you open the gates to DSP, that we have to talk about DSP a little bit.
Yeah.
So DSP, as you put it, demand side platform. So when somebody advertises on Amazon, where they create campaigns, and that's sponsored products or sponsored brands, and under sponsored brands, they can run video ads and others, different versions of it. But all of these are paid per click, right? So
Yes.
they pay for every click. When you go to DSP, that's no longer the case, right?
Correct. It's a CPM model.
Yeah. So that means that every time your ad is displayed, you are paying for it. So even if they don't click on it, that's a cost.
That is true. Yes.
Yeah. The other thing about DSP is DSP for everyone? For example, somebody who's just launching, is it advisable for them to start with DSP?
No. First of all, you won't be able to even set up remarketing because you need a large enough audience to create and build those campaigns. So very good question. In most cases, we don't, for brands where we launch them from scratch on Amazon, we typically don't even incorporate DSP into the media plan until month 4, month 6, unless the brand is really large and already pretty established.
Yeah. So there's two types of planning. There is the time-based planning, and then there's the event-based planning. So what is the trigger for, because I come across sellers, all day long, and they're like all over the place. They're running their own PPC campaigns, and then they hire somebody, and then they hire somebody else. And so it's all over the place. And put that next to someone who's basically said, I don't want to do anything with PPC, and gave it to a professional, and that professional is consistently managing the PPC campaign. Of course, there's a difference between the two, right? So, and if then these two businesses wanted to go to DSP, then what is it that you're looking at? Just the fact that they've been around for 6 months is not enough, right? So what other criteria is important for somebody to say, okay, I'm going to go to DSP?
Yeah. So I think the other area that we like to look is, have they hit a point of diminishing return on PPC, right? Eventually, you're going to get to a point where the next dollar you spend, you're not getting the same ROAS. And this point of diminishing return happens a lot faster in our experience when you are a higher price point product. That it is a little bit larger of an opportunity to scale your spend when you can compete on price. So once you start to hit that diminishing return, that's then usually the time and the opportunity to then start exploring DSP as a part of your media mix.
So you're running your sponsored products, sponsored brands, and then you're getting, I don't know, 18% takeoffs. And you're getting half your traffic coming from organic, half your traffic coming from paid search.
Yeah.
And then you push the ad spend further, your takeoffs starts to drop, right? When I say drop,
increase,
it's not favorable. In other words, it goes to 20%, 22%. So that's when you are saying that DSP would be an option to consider, right?
Yes. I firmly support maxing out sponsor product, sponsor brand first, especially if you are a smaller or newer business. But again, a lot of marketing, right, is testing and learning. So let's say for a month, you increase your budget by an additional $10,000 and you end up not really seeing that return on that incremental spend. That $10,000 should then probably be a position to then be invested into DSP.